Smartphones have, quite simply, changed life as we know it. In the 80s and 90s, it was great being able to make phone calls on the move, but now, the ability to browse the web, watch videos, and take selfies has revolutionized communication and the access of information. In this video, we'll be showing you 5 smartphones that you won't believe exist, whether it be for unbelievable features or simple stupidity. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Cat S60. When you think of phone companies, the world's leading manufacturer of construction and mining equipment, engines, turbines, and locomotives is unlikely to make the list. But Cat have brought their know-how to the world of smartphones and created something that is truly unique. First of all, this phone is tough. It's been reinforced with a die-cast frame and is completely resilient to drops of up to 1.8 meters. Another cool feature is the lockdown switch that tightens up the seals of the phone and lets it survive to depths of 5 meters for up to 60 minutes. By far the most waterproof phone available. The feature that you wouldn't expect from a phone though that makes the Cat S60 completely different to anything else is that it comes with inbuilt thermal imaging. Yeah, you heard that right. This phone can use its cameras to detect heat signatures at the touch of a button. The company advertises this as the perfect feature for workmen to detect gaps in insulation, electrical faults, and even the gas cylinder levels of your barbecue, but the options for this are endless. If your cat's hidden in a bush, or even if you're looking for someone hidden in the undergrowth, the Cat S60 has got you covered and will instantly show any hotspots in the area. To do this, they've incorporated MSX technology to allow you to capture thermal images, video, and time-lapse footage. It even works through obscurants that would normally make things more difficult, like smoke. Along with these unusual features, this phone stands up to the competition with the usual specs such as a 13-megapixel back camera, a 5-megapixel front camera for those important selfies, plenty of storage, and connectivity. It's built to military specifications, so as well as being tough enough to drop from a height, it has an operating temperature between -25 degrees Celsius and 55 degrees Celsius. This is one phone that'll be there with you through thick and thin, and at a price of only £649, it's a bargain compared with other devices on the market that don't offer anything nearly as cool. Number 4. The NANEX. It doesn't seem all that long ago that the design trend of phones was to make them smaller and smaller. From the giant phones available in the 80s, they were getting smaller than the palm of your hand before the smartphone revolution took over. Nowadays, it's becoming increasingly rare to find a small device, as most manufacturers are blurring the lines between a phone and a tablet by making devices with increasingly large screens to make it easier to watch video and take photos with. There is one exception to this though, simply known as the NANEX. Measuring in at a tiny 9 centimeters high, the NANEX is the world's smallest Android phone. So small, in fact, that it'll fit in any pocket, purse, or even your wallet. It's available in bright orange and will comfortably balance on the tip of your finger. The thing that's remarkable about it is, despite the small design, it still has impressive functionality. It isn't as powerful as the market leaders, of course, but this isn't aimed at people who need huge amounts of processing power, because they'll likely need a larger screen to go along with it. It's waterproof, so it can withstand the occasional splash or accidental fall into a toilet, which is lucky because it weighs only 66 grams, so it's very easy to forget that it's in your pocket. It has a 2.45-inch screen, a basic rear camera, and a decent 56 hours of standby battery life. You can do everything with this that you would expect from a modern smartphone, and it even comes with the ability to insert a micro SD card and has space for 2 SIM cards. If size matters to you and you're getting increasingly tired of the larger and larger models that are being released by the main phone companies, then this is ideal for you. When it was launched 4 years ago, it was on sale for less than $70. While the original model can be tricky to find at the moment, the positive response to the design means that the company behind it is planning to release an upgraded version very soon. Number 3. The No Phone. This next phone is one of the cheapest phones available at only $10, but still gives you the ability to take selfies and satisfy all of your smartphone needs. Kinda. Known as the No Phone, This is a phone with a difference. It has no screen, doesn't use any operating system, doesn't have a camera, and with no battery, doesn't run the risk of running out of juice just when you need it. Yeah, that's right. The No Phone is not a phone, but it's a rather clever phone replacement. It first came to international recognition after being pitched to investors on Shark Tank, the American version of the TV show known in the rest of the world as Dragon's Den. The two entrepreneurs went in looking for investment and were practically laughed out of the tank, but by then the phenomenon had taken off. The idea is simple. These days, people are addicted to their phone. Phantom vibrations in the leg because of the expectation of a call, constant anxiety waiting for emails, and the persistent need to check social media or take selfies have all led to phones being both a blessing and a curse. To combat this, the No Phone offers you a safety blanket. It can be used to help distance yourself from your phone and live a happier life. For $10, you can get the standard version, which they advertise as being the least advanced phone to ever make it to market. It's thin, light, and ideal for anyone that needs a phone replacement. It doesn't need to be constantly charged, it won't break if you drop it in the toilet, and the screen has absolutely no chance of cracking. Of course, you can't actually make any phone calls with it, but who needs that? If selfies are your thing and you really can't do without, then for a small extra fee, you can instead purchase the No Phone Selfie. This comes with a miniature mirror attached to the device that allows you to check yourself whenever you want without having to find the perfect pose first. It may all sound like a joke, and mostly it is, but the No Phone also highlights an increasing problem being faced by smartphone users: the inability to disconnect. Phones are the source of so much stress these days, and if you had a chance to occasionally use a surrogate like this, then it would definitely help relax and decompress. Number 2. Mobicoma. Are you tired of seeing everyone else with the same phone as you and want something a little bit different? Well, maybe the Mobicoma is the one for you. It's currently a concept phone, so it hasn't made it to mass markets yet, but it does show the potential for a completely customizable device and all the benefits that come with it. Google experimented with this idea a few years back, but their project never came to fruition. This concept, however, is a great design and offers you endless possibilities. The basic premise is that your needs from a single device change depending on what you're using it for. If you want to make a phone call, you don't need as much screen space as if you want to watch video or work on a tablet. The Mobicoma lets you adapt the screen to fit with whatever you want it to do. It's made from a series of interchangeable block modules that are connected together using microblocks. It's completely up to you how you put it together. There are two crucial blocks that contain the SIM card and processing power, with the smallest viable design using just those two being 22mm by 44mm by 6mm. The great thing about this concept is that you would only need to buy those initial two blocks to have a working phone. If you want something bigger, you simply buy more blocks and add them. The system supports anything up to the size of a large tablet. By connecting 54 components together, you can build something that's more than a meter long in each direction. Perfect for watching those movies on. By using smart software, the phone will detect its shape and relocate icons to the most ideal positions. If, for example, you want a phone that's got a hole in the middle, it'll reposition your apps around the edges. Anyone using this device will surely have a one-of-a-kind phone and never feel like they're the same as everybody else. Number 1. Acumen Hawk. This brings us to what is probably the most ingenious and unexpected phone of recent times, the Acumen Hawk. It's just been released and has all the features you'd expect from a smartphone, along with something special. It comes from Acumen Technologies, a startup from Silicon Valley who are looking to put a different spin on the increasingly similar designs being offered by the big players in the phone market. Running on Windows 10, it's available in two versions. One with 256GB of storage and the other with 128GB. It's the peculiar bump on the back of the device that makes it stand out though, because within it is its very own projector. It's something that's been tried by Samsung back in 2012, but now technology's progressed. The company thinks they've finally cracked it. The lamp has a maximum output of 45 lumens, which is more than enough to project a decent sized image on the wall in a darkened room from about 30 feet away. Before you worry about battery life, there's good news on that front too. Even if you're using the projector to its full potential, you'll get at least 2 hours of use on a single charge. So that's plenty of time to watch most movies on before you go looking for a plug socket. It's also useful, of course, because you can project whatever is on your phone screen. If the 7-inch phablet isn't enough room for you to work on, you can instantly make your screen much larger to give presentations or work on a project. The company says that the trick to making this projector work is their proprietary technology that allows the device to keep cool despite projecting such a bright image in 720p definition for long periods of time. Early tests have suggested that this works really well, with it only feeling slightly warm after 20 minutes of usage. This is where a lot of previous attempts at this kind of feature fell short, with battery life, overheating, and increased weight being a common problem and proving to be unattractive to new customers. Acumen are hoping that they can convince enough people to buy into this idea and have committed everything to it. Not only have they released the Hawk, but they have another phone and a tablet in the pipeline with similar projector technology built in. It's a really neat idea and could be invaluable to recreational and business users alike. Let's just hope not too many kids get their hands on one, otherwise the problem of them playing loud music on a bus will be a distant memory. Super exciting news, everybody! The time has finally come. Head over to Come Along and enjoy the positivity from cool life hacks and crazy experiments to real-life shocking facts and puzzles and animated riddles to keep your brain active and entertained. Click the circle button on the screen right now to subscribe to this awesome channel that's soon to explode across YouTube. Come on, press that subscribe button and watch the first video, or click the link in the description. We promise you'll love it.